G'day guys, and welcome to the Tommy Kendi Unfiltered Podcast. This is your host Tommy Kendi, and I am bringing to you a wealth and a breadth of information today, breadth of wisdom, some information. I'm super excited to be here with you, and good day to you, sir. Good day to you, madam. It's a great day to be alive. Is it? I don't know. I reckon it is. I always assume it's a great day to be alive because you just never know what can come up next. You never know what magic could come up. And you know what? Shit might go south some days, but it all works out, doesn't it? Always all works out. Always. And that's part of the thing I wanted to sort of talk to you guys about today, because I've been questioning so much, especially in the mornings. What the fuck is the point? Like, what's the point? And you know, like, I don't know if you guys relate. I might be the only one. I've got no idea. But when you wake up, and even though you know, we do some cool shit in life, we have experiences, we do some good stuff, we do some shitty stuff, we win, we fuck up, we do all sorts of different things. We have all different experiences. But in the morning, it's like, that's the moment, isn't it? Where it's that immediate thing. Just it feels fucking heavy, unless there's something really cool happening in your day. But I find that in the mornings are the toughest for me. And even though, I'm so blessed in terms of the things that I do in my life, and even though I created these things where I'm helping other people, and it feels so good and it fills me up and my cup is full. So often help people through, coaching, yoga, even if I'm in corporates, a couple of times a month where I do corporate stuff, going to corporates and help people there, and then do retreats and workshops, and then all this cool shit that I've created around my life, and I get to work with so many incredible people, and I fucking love it. And I'm not here to boast. I'm just saying, like, it's like, sometimes I sit back, it's like, Tom, how can you not look forward to the day? But and I reckon a lot of us would feel this, where, especially in the mornings, you just sort of wake up and you're like, ugh, what the fuck's the point? Like, what's the point? What? Oh, I don't know. I just, it's a question that it's really been popping up for me the last 3-4 weeks. And I almost feel embarrassed about talking about it, because it's just like, you should know, Tom. I mean, you teach this shit, so and should I know? I got no idea. I don't know. Do I? I mean, is that the whole point? Is it the fact that you're constantly searching for that thing of what's the point? And so I'm being super inquisitive about how I do shit. And I know for me, I feel I feel that I'm on purpose when things are different. I feel like I'm on purpose where I'm not always doing things that feel comfortable, or I'm not comfortable. That's when I feel on purpose, when I'm expanding and growing. So there's so many subtle ways of doing that. And I reckon a lot of people might think that the way to grow is to basically turn your life ass on end, and, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to leave my relationship, I'm going to fucking get all my money out and go overseas for 6 months. It's you don't have to be that drastic. And I've been adding in some really cool little subtle things that have given me this opportunity to just do things different. And I've been doing these things for the last probably 3-4 weeks, and they're so subtle, but I'm really noticing them now, making a good juicy little difference, because I'm sort of looking forward to the the little subtle differences I'm creating. So I'll give you an example. Like, when I wake up, I've got into this habit where as soon as I wake up, my first thing is I want to go get my cappuccino. It's like, all right, wake up, put on my Uggies, put on my trackies. I'll obviously brush my teeth and all that shit, and then go get my cappuccino. And then after my cappuccino is when I will do, if I do breath work or do cold shower or go for a stroll around the block with the doggy, King Winston. So, and I thought, you know what? You're just in this fucking little habit, Tom. And, well, it's what you do. You wake up, you get your cappuccino, come home, do your thing, and then fucking da-da-da-da. So anyway, what I've been doing last couple of weeks, which has made such a big impact and so subtle, as soon as I wake up, I'm like, all right, go get your cappuccino. And I'm like, And I've been doing, and even with my breathwork stuff, like I've been doing this thing where I'm trying different things that don't necessarily match what I like to do in breathwork, you know. So now as soon as I wake up, I do something different, which is I go straight into, I get my little yoga block, I go straight into the lounge room, sit on my yoga block, and I do my breath work first thing, before my coffee, before even brushing my teeth. I go do my breath work. And since I've been doing that, it's made a big difference, because I've really tried to do things differently throughout the day. You know, even the way that I'm driving to certain situations or to certain places, when I'm driving, I've been taking different routes. Just, it's like, you're not going that way. You're going to go this way, buddy. Even if it takes longer, you're going to go this way, because it's like, if you think about, I mean, I reckon if we took a snapshot of our lives and what we do on a day-to-day basis, you'd probably find that exactly at the same time, at exactly the same place, you'll be there, you'll be clicking right on your car indicator at exactly the same time. You'll be going around that fucking roundabout at exactly the same time. You'll be going to this place at exactly the same fucking time. You'll go there, you'll say, hey, how you going, to the same fucking person. And then that person goes, oh, good, mate, how are you? And I'm like, yeah, good. Oh, yeah, what do you got on for this today? Fucking shoot me. You know, and that's, I mean, guys, it's a process, isn't it? So making those subtle little differences have made such a huge impact on my life. And so when you start making those subtle little shifts, and look, even if you don't do breath work, just do something different. I don't know, wash your fucking teeth with the left hand instead of the right, or the right with the left, or I don't know, do whatever you do. Go to a different toilet in the house, not the one that you shit in usually, or open the door with the right hand instead of the left, or whatever it is, right? Or try and drive your car from the passenger seat. That just came to me. Pretty much impossible. Fuck, if you can do it, let me know. Anyway, so doing things a little differently, subtle different things, especially when you wake up, start your day doing shit differently. And remember, and I reckon you will remember, but see how much of an impact this makes. Even if you just do it for one day, you'll start to notice that you start to question yourself, and you start to even question your thoughts. And when you start questioning yourself and start to question your thoughts, now we're getting deeper into what's the point. You know, we're getting deeper. When you get into you just shift a little, and it turns you into this inquisitive person where you're looking to see, why are things the way that they are. You're not going to find out what the point is until you find out why the things they are how they are, you know. So it's almost like you have to create situations where you don't know what's going on. Stop planning the things that you already do. You don't need to plan those things. The things that you already do, you just don't need to plan them, because you know how they're going to go anyway. But what about if you just started going into situations that force you to not know? Don't plan shit. Obviously the big stuff, by all means. I mean, I'm the king of not planning, but the big stuff for you that you have to plan, go plan them. But I'm saying put yourself into situations where you don't really know what's going on. You don't really know how it's going to pan out. And it forces you to expand. And you just, in those situations, it's almost like you just have to put yourself into this place where you assume that everything is just going to work out for you. But it starts all the way at the top to start doing things differently. when you start making those subtle little changes, even if it's simple, watch on the other hand, open the door with the left instead of the right. Don't go to the same coffee shop or brush your teeth with the wrong hand, just whatever, anything that it is, This is the part where it really draws down, and we have to be in that space where we need to question ourselves. You can't just keep going and going and then question yourself when you get to the end. That's not how it works. I mean, you can, but I'm just assuming that if you're listening to podcasts like this one, you want to be the type of person that wants to grow and wants to expand and wants to open and let things be. And this is just another reminder, guys, too, that, I think a lot of you out there that listen to these type of podcasts like myself and whoever else you listen to is that, I reckon you take for granted why you listen to these type of podcasts. And the reason that I believe you listen to these podcasts is because you're the type of human, whether you've chosen it or not, that has decided to come onto this planet to make a change, to make a shift. You're the type of person that's here to grow and expand, and not just yourself, but to help other people grow and expand. And that's a big fucking task. So there's no way you'd be listening to podcasts like this unless you're on that journey. So don't take that for granted. And so you're a seeker of information, but once you learn that information and once you take shifts and changes for yourself, I guarantee you will naturally share that with other people, and other people will get something out of your variation or your version of sharing that message. So don't take for granted that you're a seeker of knowledge and seeker of information, because it will infiltrate and I don't know if infiltrate's the right word, but I'm going to use that for now anyway, infiltrate your whole entire being. Maybe it's saturate your whole entire being, because you're the type of person that when you learn something and you learn how to expand, you want to share that shit, don't you? Yes, you want to share it with your loved ones, with your friends, with everyone, because you want everyone to level up. And that's what we have to do at the moment. Man, I'm recording this at the time where this Israeli, the bomb attack on Israel has panned out. And man, fucking hell, some of the images and the footage and whatever I've seen, I'm like, oh, and you know what? I don't really understand either side. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I've never looked into it, and not because I don't care, but just because I don't want to put energy into war and into fucking arguments over shit that could be so easily sorted out. I mean, you know what? If I was the world president, I don't even know if there is one of those, but if there is one, you know what I'd do? If I was the world president, I'd fucking sit everyone down, go, all right, guys, let's fucking sit down at a table. How you going? My name's Tommy from Tommy Kendi Unfiltered, and I'm here to fucking give you guys a kick up the arse, all right? Now, what we're going to do is, hey, you cock and balls, you shake hands with that guy, give each other a hug and tell you love each other. Yeah, I know, you got armies and this and that and the other. And well done on that, mate, by the way. Well done. You fucking big army, fucking big cock and balls. Well done. And then I just, first off, I mean, that's what we need to do. We just need to be able to connect, don't we? And that's ultimately all that we're here to do, is just fucking connect and just love each other. And just imagine, I mean, I don't know what would come, like, I don't know what reason there might be for any type of war. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I get it. There's obviously money and all that type of stuff, but why can't some person in the world just sit these dumb fucks down at a table and go, right, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And then sit at a table and fucking work it out. Just Why? How can there not be one person? I mean, there's guys like I look at, and I don't even know how this went all political, and I'm not being political, I'm just observing shit, but I look at guys like the Russian dude, Putin, right? And I'm like, man, this guy is such a fucking powerful human being. How has he not used this for good? How has he not used this to make the world a better place? I don't get it. Like, how? It fucking bemuses me. I sit here going, at these presidential candidates that are, or not candidates, these presidential dudes that have all this power, and they're obviously powerful humans because they got to where they are. But why aren't they creating love and creating harmony and changing shit up? Like, imagine if it went the other way, right? If we were pissed off, you know what I'd rather? I'd rather that I was pissed off because these pricks are stealing our money because they're creating famine they're creating food, and they made a law where all the money in the world has to be fucking divided up so everyone can eat and everyone can have shelter and everyone can eat and sleep and under safe conditions. I mean, wow, imagine that. Like, I'd much rather be pissed off about that. Like, how cool would that be if I'm like, fucking hell, man, like, this, governments are taking money because other people have to eat and sleep. I'd be like, you know what? Cool. Fucking do it. Do it. And I mean, that's what I mean. It's anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that. I just sort of went on to that because I believe that these are the things we need to do. We have to question ourselves and we have to question our thoughts. And, and this is why I'm saying, guys, that it's not, don't take it for granted that you're getting stuff out of these type of podcasts. You're here to make a fucking change. And it happens the moment that you wake up. It happens the moment that you wake up. That's the moment where you have to change it up. Even the little subtle little things are going to lead to way, way bigger things. And you can't hide. You've got to be honest and you've got to get into it. You've got to be honest with yourself and don't fucking hide. Be okay with being in the fire even. Like, when I'm saying before, like, create situations where you don't know what's going on. That's what I'm saying. Create fire. It's like create that where you're in a situation where you don't know how it's going to work out. You don't know what's going on and you're stepping into those moments and you're trusting your gut. You're trusting your intuition. You're trusting how you're going to move. You're trusting the things that are going to fold out. And the best way to do that, I just believe that when you plan things, man, especially things that why plan them? Why? Just front up. I mean, imagine if you had, and I've actually done this before in a corporate setting where I was called in as a mediator into a bunch of board members having a fucking hissy fit about whatnot. And I was called in to, this was by another client, but anyway, they said they referred me and I was called in to sit in the boardroom with I think it was 5 or 6 board members and the CEO and the CFO and all this type of stuff. And we all sat in there and these guys were just saying their own stuff. Yeah, but da-da-da, this guy, that guy. And they're just like little fucking kids all earning ridiculous money. And in this situation, I fronted up planning nothing. I didn't know about any of the board members. I didn't fucking study them. Nothing. I didn't know what they did, who they were, couldn't give a fuck. Because I knew that if I went in with preempted ideas about these people, regardless of what, and most people would be like, Tom, you're fucking crazy. No, I have the trust in myself that when I front up, I'm just going to see the situation as it is, and I know that my gut, my intuition, my creativity will exactly move me through because I know how to observe the obvious and I can be there in the fire. The right words will come to me. The right messages will come to me. Even in those moments where, old fat dude who's, almost 60, all he's worried about is money his whole life and he's fucking alone. And I put my hand on his shoulder and I go, dude, just tell the team, what is it that you want? And the guy looks at me, probably the first time in his fucking life where he's actually felt safe to say and be honest of what he wants. This is all we need, guys. And I know, like, even you guys, like, there's probably been situations where you've wanted to just touch someone, put your hand on them and hold them or whatever it might be. And you're like, oh, no. What if I'm a this or that? It's like, no, this is your job. This is your fucking job. Always assume that you are, assume that everything will work out for you in a way where it's best for your interests, best for others' interests, and best for the world's interest. And be okay with being in the fire. Create fire. This is where shifts happen. Push the boundaries. Let yourself feel uncomfortable. Don't always look for the comfort. And the uncomfortable will usually go in a way where you're shifting shit up. And that is all where it starts. So what's the point? The point is for you to grow and expand every single day. And place where that starts is doing things differently, especially when you wake up. And that could lead to you being a shapeshifter and a change maker in this world. So on that note, I'm looking forward to see how many people are brushing their teeth with the wrong fucking hand. I'm looking forward to that. Or how many people are walking on the street with the left foot first, not the right. Imagine that. Starting to walk with the left foot first and then the right. Would you be able to tell the difference? I fucking will. Anyway, so that's it, guys. Little reminder from Tommy Kendi, the host at the Tommy Kendi Unfiltered podcast. Don't hide. Be honest. Get into it. Be okay with being in the fire. Fucking create fire, baby. It's where shifts happen. And so create situations where you don't know what's going on. Question yourself. Always question yourself. Question your thoughts. And do things differently starting fucking now. Even as you push stop on this podcast, do it with the wrong fucking hand. Love your guts. Have an epic day. And I'll see ya later, alligator. This has been Tommy Kendi, Unfiltered. Another episode. Love you guts. See you guys.